Hey everybody, what's happening? Son of a Silver Stacker here. In today's numismatic news and information for the 10th day of June 2022, I'd like to welcome you over to APMEX so we can look at those live spot prices. However, before I do that, I'd like to welcome you over to Good Morning to You with Tiny Numismatics, and we're going to be doing that at 9:30 a.m. this morning, and hopefully I'll be in Cocoa Beach this morning, and y'all can hang out with me in the water. I'll bring my phone in the water. We're going to check that out because I have like a pouch I can put it in, and I have my water shoes. Anyway, next thing, we're going to have an auction this evening, so if you're unable to bid, but hey, at least maybe come and hang out. Join the family and have a good time. Make some friends. Next thing I want to do is head over here to APMEX right here. Bam. Looks like, whoa. Gold is down $7.40 to 1851.50. Silver down 27 cents to 21.80. Platinum down $8.90 to 9.85 even. And palladium is down also $6.10 to 1956.50. Check this out. So the only one really hanging out and having any kind of hardcore resistance is gold. It's still above 1850. And silver is definitely below $22, and platinum is definitely below 1,000, and palladium looks like it's going to be headed a little bit closer to gold here as things continue. And I think that had happened earlier this year, if not late last year. Isn't that interesting? Now over here to ABC7. And there's an article here, a news story, facing huge inventory, Target slashes prices on pandemic supplies, furniture, and more. It says the retailer told investors it would begin marking down some overstocked items. And I think this goes, it's just basically saying this is a narrative to the economy, I think. And I think that's why we need to share it. I mean, are your eBay sales down? Have you stopped purchasing as many coins from the US Mint as last year? Have you modified your behavior? Well, it looks like a lot of people have because it says here Target is stuck with too much home decor and too many TVs. Now, to clear out the glut, it will ramp up discounts. Now, I also saw here it's slashes price on pandemic supplies. That looks good. Furniture and more. Okay, well, it looks like there's too many TVs, home decor to clear out the gut. They're going to ramp up discounts. And I imagine they're not the only ones. If some consumers have stopped spending, it's probably not just only at Target. I would imagine it's at other retailers as well. Remember, I mentioned eBay. Now, the retail giant said Tuesday that it would mark down prices on some bigger ticket items that consumers have pulled back on purchasing and canceled pending orders from suppliers. That is not good. Oh boy, and I went shopping to Lowe's on Memorial Day weekend, and I thought, here we are. Oh wait, it's not Memorial Day weekend anymore. It was like the week after, but they had extended the sales, and I went into the big ticket items in the back, looked at all the washer and dryers and the refrigerators, and they like every single one of them was deep discounted, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, wait, what's going on here? And I think I had mentioned that to Silver Wolverine. About a week or so ago, or maybe a week after that, or a couple days after that happened, I was like, wait a minute. And I bet y'all are probably seeing something similar to that when you go out shopping as well. Have you seen big ticket items like televisions, washer and dryers, refrigerators? Have you seen those big ticket items discounted? It's a sharp reversal from much of the past 2 years when discounts were scarce and supply constraints meant consumers couldn't often find what they wanted. Stores and brands were able to sell merchandise at full price to consumers who had built up savings while staying home during the pandemic. They were eager to spend big on their homes and wardrobes. So basically, stores knew you were flush with cash and they were not going to sell you at a discount. But now they are because they are hurting, not you. Well, we're both hurting, aren't we? Think about that. Now, this is the really important part I want to share with you here. But many shoppers in recent months have altered their purchasing choices in response to the fastest jump in inflation in decades and the end of the federal government pandemic stimulus payments. Or are they? Maybe they'll come back. Consumers are making fewer high-end purchases and buying more necessities like food, household staples, and self-care items. And I would also imagine fuel and energy costs would be in here also. Not sure why they didn't mention it, but that's okay. That's why I'm here. It says here there is a need to clear down inventory, even if that means discounting, to rebalance stock levels and make more room for these categories in high demand. Neil Saunders, an analyst at Global Data Retail, said in a note to clients on Tuesday, Target was caught off guard by the speed of these shifting trends, and last month told investors it would begin marking down some overstocked items. And I think, folks, this could be a chance for all of us to take advantage of this situation, much like they took advantage of us when we were flush with cash. Now, if you're flush with cash now, congratulations. But I think that just basically is an opportunity for us to pick up these large ticket items before they really get super expensive. And let's face it, we saw there they were going to stop ordering future purchases, or future orders were going to be canceled. And what does that mean for future stock? They're going to be very lean, I would imagine. It says here the steps will dent the retailer's profit estimates for the year, the company said. But then again, it's kind of like when a company does a regrouping and restructuring. They're going to save money. It might take some money in the beginning, but it saves money in the long run. Heading into Tuesday, Target stock was down 31% for the year, and shares dropped 2% in early trading following the unexpected announcement. And I would probably expect that to go up sooner or later because they realize that they're going to be flush with cash if they're going to be discounting all those items. At least that's the idea. Other retailers, including Walmart, Gap, Urban Outfitters, have also said they are holding too much inventory of some of their product lines and also plan to mark down prices and step up sales to clear the glut. There it is. Oh boy, I'll tell you. There's a surplus of inventory across the board at retail right now, Urban Outfitters CEO Richard Haynes said last month. Urban Outfitters will increase promotions for the remainder of the year and into the winter holiday shopping season. So it looks like a bunch of fat discounts are coming our way for the holiday season, no doubt about it. But let's face it, if consumers are changing their spending habits, having to spend more money on fuel and food, well, how are they getting that money? Well, the report came out 2 days ago from MarketWatch. It says here U.S. consumer credit rockets to new record high in April. Yeah, a new record high in April. Consumer credit rises 38 billion, third straight month of gains above $30 billion. Consumers, this is just remarkable. It's more than $1 billion a day are put on credit cards just to live. Americans are putting that much money on credit cards just to live. Isn't this bad? I wish it were a different story, folks. It says here I don't even know if I can even go on to talk about this, but it's really big news. And if you are using that to live off, I would say that it's probably better to have a yard sale or a second job or something of that nature, or sells maybe wood carvings on the side of the road than use a credit card. Now over here to numismatic news, and there's a really good article here. It says here, Bullion production continues upward trend by Richard Gidroyich 17 hours ago. It says the temperature of the market for coins is always challenging to take, but in one word, the market continues to be hot. In parentheses, the June 30 through July 2nd Long Beach, California Expo is once more demonstrating just how energetic this market truly is. Held 3 times each year, it attracts more than 10,000 collectors and dealers. Coin shows continue to thrive no matter if they are small local events or something as big as the LBE. Yes, there are other hobbies that attract even more enthusiasts, but the staying power of the coins has a long track record. Now, the bullion coin market continues to thrive despite a lack of measurable appreciation in the spot price of gold and silver recently. As an example, in 2019, the U.S. Mint's annual report indicated that 37.3% of the Mint's revenue by line of business was bullion. This increased to 58.2% in 2020. This trend has not slowed, with coin dealers continuing to scramble to fill orders. Yes, isn't that incredible? So that's really great news. I think people really see the writing on the wall. And like I said, that consumer credit, the purchasing power, all this stuff is happening. Now, it says here intrinsically valued circulation strike coin prices remain steady, with better grade circulation strike coins continuing to perform well, especially when certified to be in these grades. One word of caution looks like, however, the price asked for coins graded by different services can vary likely much more than they should. I think that is a very, very important statement that the author Richard has made, and I'd like to go into it a little bit further. He really sparked my curiosity when he made this statement, and I'm going to stop it right there. But let's think about this for a second. The price asked for coins graded by different services can vary, likely much more than they should. Well, let's go over to eBay and find out what he's talking about. Now, I'm looking at these particular quarters. Came out last year. It's a one-off. It's the Washington crossing the Delaware quarter for Philadelphia and Denver because they're the circulation quality, and that's what I'm looking to here. And I want to show you NGC, and I want to show you PCGS. And I had a note up here. I think it's gone. That's too bad. It was really important. I hope I can remember it. Anywho, look at this. Now I want to show you the price differences between PCGS and NGC for the same coin from the same mint. Okay, this one here, 2021 Denver MS68 for $68. Remember that, 2021D MS68. 2021D MS68 $4.99. Sponsored. Okay, why is that one come on. What's going on there? So let's go back to what we just read. It says here the price asked for coins graded by different services can vary likely much more than they should. And I'll tell you what, this is not the only example between PCGS and NGC. Look at, here's an MS, that doesn't really count because it's an MS64 and I doubt there's one. Okay, here we go, an MS66 PCGS. I need another example here. There's an MS68, another MS68 for 79. There is an MS68 for 89, still not the 499 we saw for the PCGS. Here we go. Here's a P&D MS67 for $100. That's $50 a coin for an MS67. There's an MS68. Okay, great. Okay, but it's still not the 499. That's 75 a coin. Here's a D, 21.95. Here's an MS67, 84.95. We just saw an MS67 right here. A D. That's a P. We can't compare that very much. So we were looking here, 84.95 for the 2021 P and an MS67. I think there was an MS67 here, P and a D at $99.95, $50 a coin. Let's face it, it is different, and because it is different, okay. And this is maybe a big stretch, but just hopefully you follow along here. What if? Now it seems that PCGS is the favorite right now, okay. An MS68 and a PCGS and an MS68 from NGC are two different worlds apart. They could be half, they could be a third. Well, what happens when NGC becomes the more favored grader and PCGS is the second place? Does that mean that this 68 MS right here, this MS68 NGC, is going to be $499, or does it mean the $499 one is going to become $89? But either way, there has to be some kind of balance, because it seems like it is so out of balance right now. And this keeps coming back to me in my head. The price asked for coins graded by different services can vary, likely much more than they should. And like he says, should. These are out of balance right now. And I would say if you could probably pick one of these up for less than you can be to grade it, well, I'd say that was probably a steal of a deal, in my opinion. Now let's go over here to the plus ones today. I'm running out of time. Bam! Look at this. It won't even load. Hey! Look at that. That's the Rolling Stones. Miss you. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah, you. Yeah. No, no, no. You. Yeah, you. I miss you. Hope you come back. Talk to you. Now, look at that. This is from Abraham Lincoln. He says here, the best thing about the future is that it comes one day at a time. So we don't get fire hosed and overwhelmed. Abraham Lincoln said that. Not about the fire hosing and overwhelmed, but about one day at a time. Isn't that cool? It's like, how do you eat an elephant, right? One bite at a time. So there it is, folks. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you hear and see, subscribe to the channel. It's free. And don't forget to hit us up this morning. Hopefully I'll be at Cocoa Beach this morning in the water. And if you can hang out there, that's awesome. And if you can hang out this evening, that would be more awesome. And even if you don't bid or buy anything, that's cool, because you're family and you're welcome. Son of a Silver Stacker, out.